Welcome, welcome, race fans. We are live once again. Just left you moments ago, and now we're back at it. And, wow. All I can say is, wow. The times on these drivers are nearly 0.6 of a second faster than what we were just doing. I think the quickest time, although by the end of that race, TJ was throwing him down pretty good. He was in the 112.2, 112.3 range. But 111.7 for Kevin Cantonio, Morgan Teggy, 111.8. These guys are all over the tarmac out here because they are flying. You got the jets at full tilt, and these guys are really cooking. We got some really fast drivers out there. There are only 17 of us on the track. And a few of them haven't made their laps yet, but people still coming in from the previous session, joining in and getting it going. We got 4 minutes left in practice. Wanted to do a big shout out to our sponsor, Stair Fittings Incorporated. Thanks to them for keeping us up and running here in the broadcast booth here at JNR at Bigg Wizurd TV. JNR Craftworks also sponsoring the series right before this. And temperatures are going to drop, and track times are going to drop, and the light is going to drop. We're going to start this one in the evening hours. 2x time is going to make this dark fairly quick. We're going to probably run most of the feature in the dark. So we'll see how that goes. We'll keep your headlights polished up and your windscreen clean, because you're going to need them tonight to see the racetrack. This is going to be a lot of fun. And I think I'm just going to stay here in the booth with just me tonight, and I'll try to give you the play-by-play as we go, but I'll be driving as well. But I'm not going to be up front. There's no way I was running in the 115s, and there's no way I'm going to be keeping up with these guys in the 112s. So it'll be interesting. It'll be fun. We got a lot of drivers out here. It could be a lot of chaos, a lot of mayhem. It is a tight racetrack. It is going to be dark outside. It is going to be exciting. So hang on to your hats and let's go for a ride. Ron with Bigg Wizurd TV here, saying hello to everybody. Please give me a like and subscribe to the channel, as we are still building the Bigg Wizurd TV brand. And I hope you guys enjoy the show. It's not live commentary this season. I am in the car, not the booth, so I'll try to give you as much info as I can as we drive around, and we'll have some fun. All right, heading over there, so I got to mute over here so I don't make a bunch of extra noise. Ooh, wet headset feels so good. All right, we're live. You know, when you get done with a race, you're all sweaty. Your headset gets a little damp. And then you take it off and it gets cold, and then you put it back on. Suppose that helps cool you down when you're all warmed up, right? Oh, all right. Let's go. Qualifying setup and see if we can get a decent time. .741. Morgan Teggy just dropped down a lap. He's got Kevin Cantonio, Josh Bailing, Jason Rabe, Robert Rattray right there in the top 5 in practice. Track is cooling down as the sun starts to set here on our racetrack. Long shadows here at the end of practice. I think the times have been slightly adjusted. Whoa, don't go off the track. So we don't start the race in the dark. That is it for the practice session. We're going to go ahead and start the qualifying section of the night, as we will get all 17 drivers out here to get some qualifying in. .69-degree track temp, 65-degree air temp. So the track temp will probably go down a little more as we're watching the sun out there. You can see it. It's up there in the sky still, but not by far, not by much. We're going to take 2 laps to get the tires up to temp. Have it. Sure, I know race control's around, but I don't have my phone with me, so I can't see where he's at or what he's up to. As we're running through qualifying here, and since I'm in the booth by myself, today in the world of the Christian world, today is being called the Worldwide Day of Testimony. So I want to make sure that I get it out there on the air that I am a believer of Jesus Christ. He is our Savior. He's a wonderful Savior, done so much for us. And today I testify that He is real, that He lives, that He loves us, and He does so much for us. So thank you for tuning in on this special day of testimony of Christ. So, at the racetrack, Willow Springs is the track we're at tonight. This is about a 3.5-mile track in Southern California through the desert. I think it's Southern California. It's in California, and California is rather large. So it's somewhere in California, and it's desert-ish. So I'm assuming that's southern. But there is some Northern California desert. Whatever it is, this is Willow Springs, and we are racing it for the first time in East to West Racing's grouping here. And we've got a few fast laps already. Morgan Teggy out front right now with a 1:11.7 on the point for the provisional pole, but we have 10 minutes left in the qualifying session. See if I can get a decent lap in. I was fairly good with the other one. I finished in the top 3 in the sprint race in the JNR Contender, GT3 Contender Series. Feature race, I had an incident with a couple to go, 2 laps to go. Got into a spinning driver at the end of the race. Tried to avoid and didn't. Finished 11th in that one. Hopefully we can do better on this one. Yeah, you got messages coming in, but I have something's up with my overlay map thing and I can't see it, so I don't know what the messages are. So hopefully we're just out there having a good time. I know I am. See if I can get into the 12 or 13s at least. 2 seconds off the lead would be better than 3 seconds off the lead. Didn't make it. 14-3. Fourteenth out of 17 drivers at the moment. Kevin Cantonio takes the top spot momentarily. We'll see if he can hold that. Provisional pole for Kevin, the 1:11.495. Now, if you're looking at the timing charts on the screen, the top rolling screen is going to show you their quickest times, and the layout is going to show you their last times. So that is going to give you an indication of what's going on. And the order is going to be in the order of the fastest lap. Kevin's still holding on to that spot with the 111.495. Morgan right behind, followed by Josh. Last time around for me. See if I can beat that. $13.9, not enough to get any better. 113.5 puts me in P12 at the moment. Let's get off the racetrack, let these guys finish up their laps. Kevin out front, Morgan in second spot, and Morgan is coming around now. Will he be able to beat that time? He's trying. He has Ryan Fry in tow. Morgan comes across. No, he does not beat it, and I think that's going to be it. They're going to have a real hard time. Well, they got time for one more if they have the allotment for one more. Everybody gets, I think, 11 laps, 10 or 11 laps. 10. Everybody gets 10 laps. Once you hit your 10, you're done. So most cars pulling into the pit lane. Kevin's still out in the front. Morgan, Josh, Robert, Jason, that's your top 5. Todd Schwartz, the Todd, comes across the line. And Robert jumps up to 3rd ahead of Josh. And Josh is in the pits, so he is done. Morgan's coming around. He's got enough time to finish the lap. We'll see if he's got the laps in to be able to get him to count. As Jason spins through the final corner, if that was his last lap, he won't be happy about that. Cannot improve as Morgan goes into the pit lane. That is it. Kevin is going to have the top. Here comes Rich Hibbs. Has he got a run? Does he have a chance? He's in 8th right now. Comes across the line and bumps up 1. Moves up to 7th. 99, Philip Scott. Last week, Philip was on the bumper. Had the pole, but not today. Philip is in P6. And Robert Rattray, if he does have another lap, he might have enough time to get around, but probably not. So Kevin Cantonio takes the pole. Morgan on the outside of the front row. Robert and Josh, Jason and Philip, Rich and Brandon, Emmett and Greg, Ryan and Gray, myself and Joe, Sean and Todd is your running order. Dom Ford did not qualify. So here we go. We're getting ready to rock and roll. As we're lining them up. Setups. Sprint. Hopefully we got enough fuel to run the sprint. Got an extra lap here compared to the other race. Oh, all right. Minute and 20 to the at the latest to the green. If everybody checks in, then we'll get started quicker. But 18 of us. I think there's 18 drivers on the racetrack. 17 or 18. We are ready to rock and roll. Some people in, some people out. A couple more to come in. Nine incident points will get you a penalty in this series. Plus, there's no track map, racing line allowed. There's no, you have to do manual pit limiters. And you have to really be on your toes here. Driving aids are off. Like everybody made it through the first part of the lap cleanly. The pack is still bunched up together here as we're... Oh! As we have Emmett. I think that was Emmett spinning. And he's going to drop to the back in the number 40 there. Didn't seem to hit anyone. I don't know if it was due to contact or not. But Emmett drops back. First lap complete. Everybody's still running. Kevin Cantonio's out front, followed by Morgan Teggy, Josh Bailing. Are your top three. Drivers going off left and right here as they're missing the corners. Those probably aren't going to hurt too much in the sprint race, but as we get to the feature, it's going to be a 25 lap race, or no, it's probably going to be like 30 or more laps, and if you're going off, that is going to add up, and 9 is going to come quickly. Kevin with a decent lead right now. 1.1 seconds to the good. Just the finish of lap 3. Morgan closely followed by Josh in second spot.
Kevin still out front, still with a 1.5 lead over Morgan, Josh, Robert now, and Rich are your top 5. Don't count Emmett out of this one. He did spin on lap 1 here in turn 5, but he is recovered and on his horse. He is moving forward. He's up to 11th and he's catching up with P10. He's going to probably gain those points at least for P10, but he is moving up the field. Three to go as the leaders go by the line. In the sprint race, they're going to get the top 10 are going to get points here for the sprint. And then we're going to go line them up again and run in the feature here at Willow Springs Raceway. Here's the battle for 10th right there into turn 1. And it looks like Emmett did get that spot away from Ryan. 2 laps to go for Emmett as that was right into turn 1 there. And he's got 5 seconds to gain to get any more spots. So I don't think he's going to be able to do that in 2 laps, but somebody could have a problem up front. $111.99 for the leader, and that was white flag, 1 lap to go. Oh, as Ryan's going in the pits. Ryan Fry into the pits with 1 to go. And he's going to lose out on P11. Not sure what happened there. And Ryan pulls out of the server with 1 to go in the sprint. As Kevin takes the win, Morgan Teggy in second, Josh Bailing in third. Robert Rattray, Rich Hibbs are your top 5 here for the sprint. Going, it's only the sprint, and I finished ahead of where I started. My crew chief says we're going. My crew chief has no faith in his driver. Oh well, it's the way it happens. So we will go get ready for the feature race. A 3-minute warm-up and then the feature, which is a 33-lap competition. Don't have my anything basically with me. Time is stopped. What do you got? No, you got the warm-up starting and I don't. So I'm going to have to get out of this. Let's see if it'll reset. I get 3 minutes. We'll see what happens. I need to do a reboot real quick. See if this works. We've only got 7 seconds left in the warm-up. I'm loading back in. We'll see if I can get in and before the race begins. Good thing I had my setup set, so I should be able to just jump in the race. Maybe I don't. Either way, I should be able to jump in the race and go as soon as it launches. Warm-up is done. The cars are starting to do their lineup on the grid. And I am still loading in the session. Come on, baby. I may end up starting in the pits. don't have the timer there. I'm at 90%. Come on. Come on. Woo! Just made it. Don't have the right fuel, but that's okay. Need to fill up anyway. Well, I did manage to make it with 9 seconds to spare. Nothing like a little extra drama. As we see the number 40, Emmett Lindquist, off the track again. In turn 1, or exit of turn 1 on lap 2. Battled back up to 10th last time. He's in 10th right now, as one of the Dadbod Racing Porsches has spun. That's Jason Rabe. He'll be coming back up through the field. Hopefully no damage for him, and not sure what happened there. Kevin Cantonio, followed by Morgan Teggy, Josh Bailing. I've seen this before. The exact same order they finished the sprint race in, they are in now. In the feature, up front. Kevin in the lead. Oh. race control is deeming the lap, the incident with Jason Rabe early on lap 2, a racing incident and no further action. So Jason behind us right now by 5 seconds. We'll see that gap close right up, and he'll be going by here probably in a couple laps. He is quick out there. As the top three spread out by about 1.5 to 2 seconds each. Bray moved up to the bumper of Joe Fierro there for P10, but has now fallen back a little bit. Emmett moving up through the field. Emmett has moved up to 8th ahead of Greg Prosh now. As predicted, Josh Bailing closing in. As the sun starts to go down here, Willow Springs Raceway. It's going to be interesting as we get into the dark here. I believe the sun has set, and we are only on lap 7 of 33. Josh working on Gray for P11 or P11 right now. Josh with a really good run off the final corner. Got the draft down the straight. Gray makes a small mistake and ends up off the track. Turn 1 back on, just lost a few seconds, but lost 2 spots. That's Jason after P10 next on his radar. Well, here we are. Kevin Cantonio still out front. These guys have not yet pit. Morgan Teggy, Robert Radjoy, Brandon Dooley, Rich Hips are your top 5, still running. 16 seconds separate the top 5. Brandon and Rich are right together. We come out of the pits amongst the leaders. And a new set of tires and the rest of the fuel for the rest of the way, hopefully. Hopefully my crew chief got it right. These guys will have to pit soon. Depends on what they started the race with. And then they may or may not take tires depending on how they're doing with them. And that may give an advantage. We'll have to see. Pit strategy will come into play here. Can you gain an advantage with newer tires at the end of the race? We're going to find out. One of the leaders has caught up with me. Go ahead, Rich. Go ahead, Rich. Kevin, Morgan, Robert. Out front, Rich Hibbs in 4th, Greg Prochnow in 5th. Most of the other drivers, other than those top 5, have pit. We'll see where that puts everybody. Rich still staying out. Todd Schwartz is in. The sun is down. Dusk is upon us. We're on lap 20 of 33. I believe the other one went 24, and I don't know if it started at the exact same time of day or not, because this one is a longer practice session. But it may have, just to keep it so we're not riding in the dark for too long on a racetrack without lights. But with 2x time, it's going to go dark quick now that the sun's down. Keep trying to throw down those 13s and 14s for my times here. Stay here in the top 10. We'll see how it goes. Top 4 still not yet to pit. Josh, the first to pit of the leaders, is he going to get the undercut? Or is staying out on light fuel and used tires the way to do it? We'll see. Because they're going to have to come in soon. I don't think they can go very much farther. Still not in. Oh, no. Somebody went in. Top 3 still not yet pitted. Robert Rattray is now in the pits. See if he can come out ahead of Josh. Or will Josh's undercut strategy work for him? Back temp. It's down to 67, so slightly falling. Ambient temperature still just 65 degrees, so not seeing a lot of change on the track temp from the start of the race. Don't think we'll see too much of that over the next little while. Although the track is now getting dark. Headlights are on and race cars are nervous. Race drivers are nervous. Kevin and Morgan are in the pit lane. Rich stays out. Kevin out of the pits. 4 seconds behind me. Probably not going to finish this one on the lead lap since there's 10 to go this time by for me. Unless he chose not to do tires and his car is that bad without tires. I'm doubting that highly. Kevin did get out quite a bit in front of Morgan. Maybe Morgan did take tires and Kevin didn't. Could be the difference. Now it's dark. Hard to see. Barely a little bit of light on the horizon. The glow behind the mountains. It's a beautiful sight. As we watch the last few laps of this race tick down in the dark. There are 5 minutes left in the race. And just about 3 laps for the leaders. 4 laps, I think, this time as they just crossed the line. And second place coming up on me. White flag lap. Kevin's still out front by a substantial 12-second lead. Morgan Teggy in second spot, followed by Josh Bailing. The battle right in front of me is Robert Rattray, Philip Scott, Brandon Dooley, Rich Hibbs. Someone has gone off. Might have been Rich. Ooh. And that is it. That's the race, everybody. Kevin Cantonio wins, hands down. Morgan Teggy takes second spot. Josh, Robert, Brandon, Philip. Ooh. Rich Hibbs, Emmett Lindquist, Greg Prochnow, and myself rounding out the top 10. Let's see if we can get some people in one of the booths here. Hey, jump over to the broadcast if you guys can. Oh, man, what a race. What a race. That was a hot one. Maybe it's locked. Hey, guys. Fun
Hey.
up there. That was a fun one. Oh.
That
I'm actually
was something.
JNR open lobby. I don't know if you guys can see the other one. See if they join us after the race. Kevin took that one and ran away with it. I don't think he stopped and got tires. I think Morgan may have stopped and gotten tires. That's where the 12-second gap came from. It was 15 seconds when they exited the pit lane. Morgan gained 3 seconds on him in just those last few laps, but didn't have enough time to catch old speedy Kevin out there. So we had Kevin, Morgan, Josh, Robert, Brandon are your top 5. Philip, Rich, Emmett, Greg, and myself. Now I was a lap down. Joe, you and I were battling there at the beginning. I don't know where you went though. I don't know if it was a pit or what slowed you down. But it seemed like when I came out of the pits, you were a little farther back. So not sure what happened there. Greg, you stayed out in the mix. There's
Yeah.
Morgan.
Hey there.
Hey, nice run. My intuition as an announcer says that you got tires when you
I
stopped.
got tires, but it was around the pit stop time that I realized that I wasn't getting 100% throttle from my pedals either.
Okay.
So,
So you need a pedal readjustment?
because this is a weird load cell based throttle, I had to push just a lot harder, which makes it really weird to drive.
Okay. Well, it was a great run. You guys were pretty close together. Emmett, you had a spin early. I guess I should go to the front though. Emmett, you had a spin in the sprint and barreled back into the top 10. So really good catch-up run for you. Probably wasn't what you wanted though.
Not at all. I was deciding to try out the Merc for the rest of the season.
Okay.
And it's that was a rough first race, learning it.
Yeah.
I've
All right.
only put a few races in it so far, and yeah, it's a learning experience.
Kevin, you were on fire out there. You took off early. You got the pole. You won the sprint, and you took off with the feature. My guess is you didn't do tires on your stop because you came out about 15 seconds ahead of Morgan on your stop.
I did not take tires. I don't know. You don't take a whole lot of fuel, so it's not like you might take one free tire, but I didn't really want to upset the balance of the car with a fresh set of tires, so I just figured no tires and it would cool off a tiny bit in the pits, but I guess as it gets darker, it wasn't a huge impact on lap time, honestly.
Yeah, what did you guys think of the fading into darkness there? It's pitch dark right now, but I think we had the last 2 laps in the dark. You didn't like it?
Oh, it was terrible.
This is a terrible track to see.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
here,
having-
with so many
I
blind
can't see
corners in the
anything.
dark,
Yeah.
I was starting to just brake early everywhere. I was just being safe with it. I couldn't see my braking points. I couldn't
Well-
visualize where the turn was.
Well, I can tell you the admin made a whole bunch of adjustments because the first time I posted this, it was 8x time, and we would have started the race in the dark. So I made
a sunrise.
Probably would have ended in the sunrise, yeah. So it took me a few adjustments to get close to where I wanted it, and I thought we'd have just a hair bit more light there at the end, but it didn't last. So, but that was fun. So Kevin out front takes the win. Morgan in second. Josh ran a really good race there and got third. Robert for fourth, and Brandon comes in P5. That's the finishing order here in the feature race at Willow Springs International. This is race number 4. No more car changes after this one. Actually, I think it was listed no more car changes after the last one.
Yeah,
so we'll see what that does.
Yes. Well, last one was the one you pick, and then you should have stuck with.
Yeah. But we'll play with that and figure out what's going on with everybody. But really fun watching everybody in the race tonight. Hopefully everybody had a good time. There's Rich popping in with the top 10 finish.
Thank you.
Yeah. I was trying to stay out of the way there at the end. You guys were barreling in on me, and I'm like, I can let them go here and here and here. And one time I went off, and when I went off, that let Brandon by without any question. I was trying real hard to stay out of the way because I'd come out of the pits right in the middle of you guys. Then you pit and you caught back up with me again. So, but ended only one lap down. Wasn't too bad. P10 for the Bigg Wizurd tonight. So it's a fun race. All right, everybody, we're going to bring the stream to a close. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching the replay. Give us a like and subscribe to the channel. It's been a lot of fun having it on the air here. Thanks to our sponsors, JNR Craftworks, Grandpa's Kitchen, and especially Stair Fittings Incorporated for keeping Bigg Wizurd TV on the air. Have a good night, everybody. Don't race on the road. Race right here with us. Got plenty of information on the bottom here. Look in the description. You got information on how to join us. Plenty of room on the track. And should be a lot of fun having people out here again. So thanks again, everybody. Have a good night.
Good night.
Night, everyone.
Thank you, Ron.